All right, so we're going to do this mock draft. Get right to the chase. My name is Law Nation, L-A-W Nation. With the number 1 pick, the Cincinnati Bengals select Joe Burrow. Now, his anticipation of the ball, you can put the ball right on the money. Now, his only flaws would be the fact that he's 24 years old, going into the pros or what have you. But pro football players nowadays, especially at that position, play all the way until they're 40. So that's a no-brainer. I think the Cincinnati Bengals go with Joe Burrow. Now, number 2, Chaisson. Now, he's 6'5", 265 pounds. He will be picked up by the Washington team. Here's why. The guy will fit better in a 4-3 system, but you can't pass up a Chaisson. Hey, this guy is going to be dynamic on the next level. My only reservations on Chase is that he kind of play with his pad levels a little too high, but my comp is Javon Curse. That's how he reminds me of a Javon Curse. Isaiah Simmons. This is what the Cincinnati Bengals passed up on, right? This is what the Washington team passed up on, right? This weapon, this freak of nature. He's 230 pounds, 6'4". You can line him up as a safety, a free safety, a linebacker. Hell, you can even put him at cornerback at a pinch. And on top of that, you can put the brother on the edge. He can fly out to the ball and chase like no other. He's a very versatile guy. Now, when you look at his tape, he's very explosive. You'll see him covering out on the field. My thing is that his zone coverage ability may be a little suspect, but he's so versatile. I mean, if you want to look up some good film, look up Ohio State 2019 film. If you want to see some bad negative things, look up the Alabama tape 2018. That's where you will see where he kind of whiffed on and he got bullied in these sorts of things. But Isaiah Simmons going to the Detroit Lions. Jeffrey Okudah with the New York Giants is number 4. And I'm going to tell you, this guy, back pedal stance is nice, quick, elusive. He can trail great, cover out in space, man-to-man, press man cover. You can do all of those things. Got oily hips, great out of his transitions. Now, here's the thing. He's not a great, like, supreme tackler, but everything else, man, he got all of the tools in the toolbox. I like Jeff Okudah from Grand Prairie. Shout out to Grand Prairie, Texas, baby. All right, so Tua, he goes with number 5. Now, accuracy, the only problem that you may have with him, he got that hip surgery situation going. On top of that, his durability may be suspect. A lot of people got him coined as the next coming of Drew Brees. Who knows? But we will find out shortly whether or not he will be the guy that can step it up into the next level. But I got him being pretty much the second quarterback off the board. Now, Derrick Willis is going to the Chargers. Here's the thing. We don't know if he can play left tackle, but his pass protection, his pass pro is just crazy. The guy's next level. I got him comped as like Jason Peters of the world. He is a guy that will stonewall you, create space and opportunities for your quarterback and running back. I like Derrick Willis at the 6th overall draft pick. Derrick Get Down Brown from Auburn, right? Inside defensive lineman, powerful hands, bull rush, like he just moved furniture out of the way. Can play 1 gap or 2 gap system. Now my only thing is with him, because he got the explosiveness, but his short area, like his footwork and his mechanics need to be improved on. But when you're looking at first step quickness and you're looking at power, these sort of things, man, that is the guy you want. But we would know more when the combine gets around and see how strong he really is. Now, number 8, Tristan Wirfs. He's 6'5", 322 pounds. He is a guy, I will say, the phenomenal talent that this guy got. I mean, he's one of those guys, the prototypical offensive tackle with great presence around him, can really help out that young quarterback who was Rookie of the Year, by the way. So he will be one of those enforcers that can help this team out or what have you down the line. So he goes off the board at number 8. Number 9. What's on your mind? DeAndre Swift. I'm telling you, this running back from Georgia, he got all of the athleticism. Now, you talking about a 1-2 combo punch. You got Leonard Fournette, and then you add in the spice and the quickness of this 5'9", 215-pound Swift. And I'm telling you, this guy will be a guy that his physical talent and his traits, when he touched the ball and explode, man, you talking about running the rock. And you just saw a team go all the way to the Super Bowl with multiple running backs. I think that this is where the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to roll with. Number 10, Mekhi Becton. I hope I said this man's name right, but he's a beast. He is a mauler. He is smooth. He is crisp. He is right for anybody in anybody's system. He's 6'7", 369 pounds. Can he move furniture? Yes, he can move furniture out of the way. His football pedigree, his football IQ is next level. Competitive toughness, that's what he brings. Power on point of contact. And here's his worst trait. By him being 6'7", his hand placement, his punch placement can be off the lines at times. But if you want to look at some good film, you want to see that Grinders edition, look up his Syracuse tape from 2019. He will display a level of pleasurement for those who love tackle play, for those who love that mauler, that finesse type of stuff. Go look up Becton play on that tape, and you will see where he can use those long, lengthy arms and beyond. All right, so number 11. I got this edge rusher, the second edge rusher to get off the board or what have you. His name is AJ Epenesa. Charge it to my head, not my heart. But AJ, 6'6", 280 pounds. Now, here's the thing. He's smooth and fluid to the point, right? But his lateral mobility is very, very suspect. Power at his punch. He's not going to be the bendy guy, but he will be a guy that will overwhelm you with power and with straight get off. That's his technique. Now, he's not the guy, like I said, they're going to show you a lot of bend or what have you. But AJ, the way he comes at you, the way he can just rack up tackles and sacks and force fumbles, he's going to bring that type of thing, that type of blend because of his length. His 6'6" frame and the 280 pounds, he worked well within those confinements. Now, I will say this. The hands are heavy, which is good. The pass rushing counter development was nicely well put together. But I will say that, hey, the guy is going to be a project to develop on. He may not give you the splashes year 1, but he will for dog show you some things in year 2, in my humble opinion. Number 12, the Raiders, they pick up Jeudy. Now, I will say this right here. When you're talking about route technician, somebody that can separate with smooth in and out of their breaks. I'm talking about somebody that can plant his foot and get and scoop. You're talking about Jeudy. Now, his frame is lighter, but we've seen receivers come out of the college era with a small frame, and then all of a sudden they still silky smooth. So that should be no problem at all. He's 6'1", 192 pounds, but Jeudy, he's off the board with the 12th overall draft pick. Moving on, this would be the next guy. Some can argue the fact that he could be the first guy off the board as relates to wide receivers opposed to Jeudy. This guy will be CeeDee Lamb. He's 6'2", 189 pounds. And look, ball skills, next level, elite ability to track the ball, fly in the air, and pull down the ball. I don't want you guys to be sucker for just highlights, but this kid can do those type of things. The ball skills are just nasty. Now, when you're talking about just raw speed, straight line speed, that will be his cons or what have you, but he got no red flags. So CeeDee Lamb, hey, he can put you in the mind of a DeAndre Hopkins. And I'm not trying to outspeak my wisdom tooth, but that's just what he brings to the table. Now, I will say depending on the quarterback that throws him the ball, because one can argue that the coach probably would need a quarterback, right? But he's just too good to pass up. CeeDee Lamb, number 13. Number 14 gone off the board. We already know the temperaments of this team. Jameson Winston, he may be gone, right? Justin Herbert, he's 6'6", 227 pounds. Hey, he's consistent with his deep ball accuracy. He got a touch on the ball that I like. Back shoulder fade is there. Now, his problem, his cons, he's 6'6" and 227 pounds. The boy need a ham sandwich and some French fries, maybe a hamburger on top of that. His frame is thin. His durability is somewhat of a concern, in my opinion. We had a few broken bones before, so you would have to put probably one of those. He needs some milk type of of reactions. Maybe he can get to a team. They can put him on a nutrition regimen where he can gain at least 10 to 15 pounds for that frame. And hopefully he can stay well put together. All right, so number 15, Kristian Fulton. Now he's 6 foot, 200 pounds, a well-built man-to-man cover, corner. Look, he's smart. He got good footwork. My only reservations on him is that he's not that long. Although he's 6 foot, he's not that long, and he make business decisions as it relates to tackling. But you're going to have a guy, not saying that he's locked down or anything, but he will be comfortable in playing man-to-man and also occasionally playing a cover 2 zones or cover zones and these sorts of things. So I like his overall skill set. Kristian Fulton is gone to the Denver Broncos. All right, now number 16, Javon. Look, this is an edge rusher that you would want on your team. The Atlanta Falcons. Look, one can argue that you can say that defense been up and down, but this guy will be a staple piece. He's 6'4", 250 pounds. He's bendy, he's quick, he got motor, he don't never stop. He plays through the echoes of the whistle. He got long arms, speed and power. And on top of that, when you look at his overall skill set, I would tell you that when you look at his explosiveness, it trumps everything you can think of as it relates to his lack of production, because he's still going to get there. And his lateral mobility, his stand-up ability, all of that stuff. He got burst, a good violent finisher of hands, and he will fly out and explode to the ball. Now, I will say that will be a good look for the Atlanta Falcons for picking up Javon. You see. All right, so speaking of Javon, I got with the 17th pick, my team, the Dallas Cowboys, they go pick up a Javon Kinlaw. He's 6'5", 315 pounds. The dude is a rocket that's explode out there. You can line him at 0. You can play him at 3, 1. You can play him anywhere on the line. He can fit in a 3-4 defense. You can put him in a 4-3 defense. You can pretty much put him anywhere on that line, and he will probably make his home there outside of the edge, because you want to pretty much keep this long 6'5", 315 pound guy into the inside. They can clog up those passing lanes. Now, I will say this. Now, he does not give you a lot of bend as it relates to lower pad levels. He got one of those issues at times because he uses his upper body strength so much. But I have a comp for him. Leonard Williams. You guys remember him, right? Or you can say a David Irvin, you see. But he like everybody better. The linebacker will play better. The defensive back will play better. Hey, when people talk about D-Law, it's always double team and triple team. You know what? They're going to have to free up some of those team and move over to Javon Kinlaw, you see. All right, jumping back into the mix with the 18th overall pick, the Miami Dolphins will pick up another tackle, you see, to help out their young quarterback. And this is always a good match made in heaven for the young quarterback. They just got Tua, so they need to really reinform or help out that offensive line. You got a 6'5", 320-pound monster from Georgia. His name is Andre Thomas. Shout out to the Thomases, man. We keep the promises around here. Look, powerful in his run blocking because you already know when you're a young quarterback, what would be your best friend? The ability to run the ball and also set up passes for your tight end. So this will be a great move for them. Andre Thomas from Georgia. That will be a great move. IQ is there, experience executing pro concept, and his blocking out of Georgia. Georgia's already getting everybody pro ready. So that is his major pros right there. Powerful footwork. He need to work on a little bit. But I will say, when you have a guy that can grow, and he's still growing. Look, like I said, he's 6'5", 320 pounds. The guy can move the furniture. All right, so here's one of my pet cats, man. He's going to go over here to the next pick, and that's C.J. Henderson. Yes, from Florida. He's going to go to the Raiders. 6'1", 202 pounds. I'm telling you, long. Hey, he's got those lanky frames. Kind of puts you in the mind of Talib when he came out of college, what have you. But this kid, he's a ball hawker. He primarily can play anywhere as it relates to right or left corner. He's a guy that's going to be able to use that long, lengthy frame. Now, my only deal is with him, he don't bend his knees as much as it relates to his overall technique, but he embraces the physicality. He's in your face type of guy. Put it like this, C.J. Henderson, if you like Byron Jones, right? Put you in the mind of a Byron Jones, but a little frailer, believe it or not. But he makes plays on the ball. He can redirect. He can trail. He can chase. I like C.J. Henderson, man. And it'll be a dynamic pickup for the Raiders. Now, here's the thing. Henry Ruggs is gone to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Look, this kid is next level speed. He is 6 foot, 190 pounds, but he plays bigger than that frame. He's quick. He's a blur on the field. He's one of those guys that's a nuanced route running. And on top of that, he is a guy that's going to win with speed. 4.2. Legit 4.2 runner. So if anybody like a Tyreek Hill, this may be the second coming of a Tyreek Hill. May you knock on wood, but this guy's just got next level speed, and he's going to be a gem for somebody to pick up and work out on a lot of things. If, and I'm going to say this, if they are able to get him the ball out in space and create certain packages for him. All right, with the 21st pick from LSU, the Eagles pick up Patrick Queen. Look, here's the thing. This linebacker here, look, he's athletic. He's 6'1", 227 pounds. Look, he can fly out to the ball. Nice job of using his quick inside leverage, blocking ability, quick speed, get out there. You can put him on the line. He can blitz off the edge. He can do all of that. Now, he's not the most, like, the lengthiest person. He struggles a little bit disengaging. But if you got dogs up in front of him, if you got somebody that can really, be on that front four and he can fly around and get to space and opportunity, this would be a nasty pick for the Philadelphia Eagles. All right, so with the 22nd pick from Clemson, T. Higgins to the Bills. The problem with the Bills is that they got a good quarterback. They got nice wide receivers, but everybody is short. See, this kid from Clemson, T. Higgins, look, he ain't short Bills Mafia. He's not short at all, Bills Mafia. He's 6'4", 215 pounds. Display a good athleticism, tall. Hey, look, he can get off the LOS. It's not a problem. Look, people gonna think twice before they try to jam the brother at the line because they don't want to get moused. You know what I'm saying? So he's one of those guys that can really just attack down the field. And then on top of that, he do have that yards after catch ability with that sudden quickness that he got. So I would say, look, this guy, with the Bills, with the type of quarterback that they got, this will be something nice for them. All right, so Yetur Gross-Matos, I think that's how you say his name. Don't crucify me, Cowboys Nation, and whoever watching this. Shout out to you all. He will be the 23rd pick for the Patriots. You see, 6'5", 264 pounds. He is an edge rusher. Long, lengthy arms or what have you. He got motor, and we know that Bill Belichick love people with motor. Now, here's the thing. We will find out down the line what all he can come back with and these sorts of things, but he got the length. His problem is sometimes he does get stoned the wall. He do allow at times the opposition to get their hands inside. So that's something that they're going to have to work on tremendously. But I will say his level of production, 34 tackles last season, and on top of that, he had 17 sacks across 2 seasons, so out of Penn State. So he's a guy that can bring you some love out there. And speaking of love, how good and how sweet it is with the 24th pick, the New Orleans Saints pick up Jordan Love from Utah. A dynamic quarterback. I'm going to tell you that, guys. His processing, his ability to read the field. This is like the rich getting richer, you see. 6'4", 223 pounds. Hey, he checks all of the boxes as it relates to size, body composition, and on top of that, you see the physical gifts that he got. Now, sometimes he have like this slow processing as it relates to decision making. He can stare down his receiver, but oh boy, he's going into the right system with a Sean Payton. Now, one can argue and say, well, he don't need to be drafted by the Saints. The Saints need to pick up some more people on the offense to help out this and help out that. Maybe another wide receiver that can help out Michael Thomas. But you can't pass up on this type of talent. So with the 24th pick, the New Orleans Saints pick up Jordan Love. All right, so this guy right here, you cannot sleep on this guy at all. I would say this right here. This is also the rich getting richer. Neville Gilmore going to be gone with the 25th pick to the Minnesota Vikings. 6'2", 304 pounds. Don't look at that size. Don't think that size is tiny or small, because the way he plays, he can play one gap and two gap ability. He got quick hands. His hand placements are very nice. Heavy hands. He can grip on that chest and push you back. He got plenty of pop off his stance. Look, the guy's flexible in a sense. He can play anywhere in the interior. Like, I love his overall explosiveness. Now, by him being in that frame or what have you, you can say that his worst trait is that he don't have that 6'7" length or that 6'5" length. So that's his worst trait. But the guy get off is just so crazy. His first step, that's how he's going to win, and that's how he will win on the next level. So shout out to the Minnesota Vikings. Now, everybody know that the Miami Dolphins have 3 first-round picks in the first round, you see. So with the 26th pick out of Wisconsin, they pick up a running back to suffice what they got with Tua. And they also have an Andre Thomas. Let's pick up a running back to also help out this young team. Look, this guy is explosive. He's athletic. And on top of that, Jonathan, 5'11", 219 pounds. He will be a guy that you can look back and say to yourself, I need a sure hands catcher out of the backfield. He's versatile in those concepts. Now, here's the thing. He does have a lot of mileage on him as it relates to playing a lot of football out there in Wisconsin, because you know that's all they do is run the rock. So my thing is, we will see what he can do on this next level, but his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, block out in space, and then on top of that to run in between the splits. Hey, I love it. I love his total production out of Wisconsin. Let's see how this is going to translate as it relates to the pro. That's with the 26th pick, the Miami Dolphins pick up Jonathan Taylor. All right, a Terrell Lewis, edge rusher. He's gone. He's gone because everybody knows, the Seattle Seahawks, they may move on from Jadeveon Clowney for making the I guess, rash decisions of saying, hey, I want to go on a Super Bowl caliber team. So he's gone. Terrell with the 27th pick, he's one of those guys that you can say to yourself, from Alabama. You guys already know 6'5", that's length, 258 pounds, that's weight. That's a guy that's going to be able to look like he's NFL ready. And then on top of that, with those long limbs, get to the quarterback. Now, right now, he got to do this right here as it relates to understanding when to use his tools, because at times he tried to do too much out there on his film. So what we would like to see is a little bit growth, but he's going into a system that will already be game plan ready to get him going in the right direction. Here's a dog that's right here that I'm telling you, feisty, in your face all day, nasty. This is Trevon Diggs, Alabama. I'm 6'2", 207 pounds, would never turn down a fight. Look, stand out in zone coverage, love the ability to squeeze into the zone, and he got good hips to flip inside. This is what I'm talking about. Now, he's not that grinder's addition as it relates to tackling, but if he can pop you while you're not looking, that is what Diggs going to do. And being in that particular system, man, it will help out the Ravens so much, and that's where he's gone. Ross Blacklock. Look, here's the thing with Ross. He's 6'4", 305 pounds. He's gone to the Tennessee Titans. Look, everybody know the defense win championships, and you need somebody that you can flex inside and out. And why not? Why pass up on this guy? No, he got the power. He can squeeze, and then on top of that, you know, he kind of put you in the mind of Gerald McCoy a little bit. But here's the thing. He did have a torn Achilles in 2018, but he came back with the same flavor and with the same power and tenacity. So, hey, you can't pass up on talent like this. So the Tennessee Titans pick up a Ross Blacklock. So with the 30th pick, the Green Bay Packers out of Houston pick up Josh Jones, offensive tackle, 6'5", 311 pounds. Look, they need to protect their fortress, right? And on top of that, they've been getting blown up off the ball and these sorts of things. So why not get an enforcer, a 6'5", 311 pound guy that you can put on the outside? They can move some stuff around. So that's what they do. They go get a Josh Jones from Houston. All right, this may be a fantastic drop for the 49ers, because everybody know that this kid is a dog, and he can go as early as the 12th overall draft pick, as the 17th overall draft pick. He is a flat out dog. I'm talking about Xavier McKinney. He drops all the way down to the 31st pick, but he goes now to the 49ers from Alabama. Look, 6'1", 200 pounds. Hey, he can be a guy that you can look back and say to yourself, man, what a dog. And on top of that, I know a lot of people will say, hey, you mean to tell me Grant Delpit dropped out of the first round? No way. But it's quite possible, because we've seen this happen before. So with that being said, the first safety off the board outside of, you know, this is a versatile guy like Isaiah Simmons, who is a versatile guy that can play some safety and linebacker play. But the first official safety off the board is Xavier McKinney with the 31st pick. The 49ers pick up. On top of that, when you think about it, the guy create fumbles. I think he had 4 interceptions. Look, he's a dog at heart, and then on top of that, he can isolate and take away the tight end. He can be put into sub packages, and he will be pro ready. He'll be one of those guys that you can back and say, hey, maybe not day 1 starter, maybe you can say week 3 starter, right? For the 49ers. That's a nice little pickup for them at the 31st pick. And with the 32nd pick, the final pick of the night, from Ohio State, you guys already know, 5'10", 217 pound J.K. Dobbins. Boy, he is versatile. He can work the zone, put that foot in the ground and get upfield. He's smooth with it, hit those holes. He can block. He's durable. He's a pass protection guy. He got elusiveness. He can receive the ball in the backfield. Football IQ is good. His best trait, he got outstanding vision. Just look up J.K. Dobbins, man. Look him up. And on top of that, you may say that he needs some help with pass blocking. But I think that the way that the Ohio State used him, man, the guy's just naturally gifted. Look, that will be the 32nd pick. Hey, if you want to look up some good film on J.K. Dobbins, look up the Wisconsin tape and let me know what you guys find out from there. And if you want to look at some boo-boo, raw tape, just look up the Michigan tape from 2018. All right, Cowboy Nation, and those who've been watching this mock draft, man, I really appreciate you all. Thank you all for tuning in. Let me know who you guys got as your first mock draft for the first round in the 2020 draft. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go.